Hey guys, welcome to Roar in the Jungle. I'm your host Rory, and today we have a special guest and hopeful contributor in the future, my friend Jordan Weig. Now, Jordan Weig is an NFC connoisseur, per se. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully in the future he'll come on and we'll talk fucking NFC East football, Dallas, the football team, the Giants, and those dreaded Eagles if you're asking Jordan. But Jordan, can you give the folks a rundown on your history with the NFC and or the Cowboys?
Pretty much. Well, the NFC East is going to be they're the beast of the East for so many years. Like pretty much since I've been growing up, they've been a very tough conference. That side being the football team. Where I come into play, I've been a Dallas Cowboy fan my entire life. I've watched the triplets, the '90s Cowboys going all the way toward the Romo era, and that was great, all the way to Dak Prescott and current. So pretty much now the NFC East to me is going through the worst conference history ever.
Yeah, for the past
It,
couple of years, right?
for the past couple of years, basically ever since Philadelphia and my correction, Philadelphia, because
Ugh.
they're filthy. I'm not an Eagles fan at all, as you can tell. They ever since they won a Super Bowl, it seems like we just everybody took a nosedive. It just like coaches getting changed, great defenses going away, a la the Giants. Just a lot of players. Eli Manning retiring. Drew, just the football team just seems like a train wreck.
The
And the
football
Dallas
team.
Cowboys are just to put it as simple, they're an average football team. They really
Yeah.
are. You have some great moments, and you have all the talent in the world, and you can't put it together. So I'm going to give you some honest criticism about the Dallas Cowboys and the NFC East. That's what I got for y'all.
All right. So Dallas, I feel like is that they're that team that has all the pieces but just can't put it together. Dude, so I'm gonna from a Bengals fan, they're the Bengals of the NFC East, but they have Super Bowls. They have a good lineage, but like for the past couple years, man, like you guys are in the moments, but you just can't finish. Like, what was it, Dak's rookie year against Aaron Rodgers on that sideline throw to Cook. It's just kind of like you guys are always in those in the tough games, and but for some reason something goes awry and fucking bad play calling or something happens where a playmaker just makes a huge play. Dallas, I mean, yeah, you know this. They're my second favorite team because I'm a Hogs fan. I'm a Jerry Jones fan, but you know this. Yeah, I know how you feel about Jerry Jones too. Woo pig.
Yeah, man. I mean, you're right. It's a cultivation of things. It stems from last year. Why was Amari Cooper out against the Eagles, Game 16 to go into the playoffs? Why was he out? He was the best. He's your number one receiver. It's the last play. Why are you, and I believe we had a timeout too. There was no leadership.
Yeah.
It has been drops. It has been even when Dak Prescott going against Aaron Rodgers in the second half played rookie year, played his probably best game you've ever seen him play to get them to go back. They still couldn't top. Now that being Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers and he can throw that type of ball.
Yeah.
You still couldn't stop him.
Yeah, but still, dude, like you have to play. Like I understand that you're in a prevent thing, but it's Aaron Rodgers, bro. Like yeah, you have to put some pressure on him, or you're just gonna run around and make a play. Now Dallas's team is, dude, they're stacked. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like I squealed for you whenever Dallas got to draft CD Lamb. Like that was insane at 17. I didn't think he'd be there. I thought he was going to be like a top 12 pick for sure. Like I didn't think he was going to be the third wide receiver taken off the board.
I mean, honestly, like I was really happy that we got a weapon like that, especially with Michael Gallup emerging with kind of Amari Cooper looks like he only shows up in about 50% of our games.
Yeah.
Whether that be injury or mentally, it's good to have he's a dog. Like, CD Lamb's a dog. You can tell it. You can tell it that he was that in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
And you could kind of see that in the Rams game. So I think it was a smart pick. It was the best player available instead of the need, which DBs is kind of what we needed. Maybe even a strong linebacker. But you had CD Lamb. Why not go for him and just fix it down the road?
Yeah, my only thing is I didn't see any DBs that were worth a top 20 pick in the draft. Like, that was my thing. So whenever like you guys picked CD Lamb, I was like, holy shit. Like, I don't know how you're going to cover the Dallas Cowboys, which at this point I still think is very true. It's just you had other needs, like, you're right, safety or cornerback for sure. Like, you guys got Trayvon Diggs in the second round, but you guys could have had Grant Delpit. Like, whoa, I get it. He's not a great tackler, but like, he's an Earl Thomas type where he can cover ground, man. Like, he was I think he was the best DB in the nation last year. I think that was he won an award for that. So I mean, yeah, you guys had other glaring needs, and to be honest, you guys can still sign Earl Thomas. Like, you guys could still do that. I mean, I don't see you guys doing it, but you could, to shore up that back end of the defense, because that's the one thing I don't think the Bengals have. The Cowboys have a lot of talent at is the back end of their defense, so they can be thrown on. Defensive line too. I loved the pickup from Everson Griffin, Alden Smith. I think that they can make some bounce backs. You guys got Tank Lawrence, and I love Bradley Anae out of Utah. Like, the Islander, like, he for me was one of the best technicians with his hands coming out. I don't get me wrong, I don't think he's going to be NFL ready for like another year, maybe a year and a half. But I think 2022 is whenever he's going to start really flashing. I think he can be a great rotational piece for the Cowboys.
And I mean, you're right about that. It seems like we've got a great, and really where it is, our defensive ends aren't the issue. What the issue is with the Dallas Cowboys in their line is going to be the tackles.
Mm-hmm.
It's just we can't plug the holes. We can't stop them from getting to the second level, and they just gash us. Like, you've seen it. The Rams have done this time and time again. Malcolm Brown has our number. He's had our number for the last 2-3 years.
No.
Like, playing us. And he's a good back, but he plays like a worldly back.
Against the Cowboys. See, that's another thing with the like I feel against opponents that you should do well against. Like, for some, like the Browns this last week, the Browns shouldn't have had that many yards on us. Like, it just doesn't happen. So like, I feel there are certain teams with the Cowboys that are very Bengal-like. To be honest, they're ran almost the exact same way. Like, Paul Brown, Mike Brown is my owner and GM. Jerry Jones is your owner and GM, and we're the only two teams in the NFL who are ran like that. We're ran like family businesses. Like, they're a Bengals of the NFC with better lineage. That's what it is.
Yeah, we do have a good lineage, and that's why I think Cowboy fans, even myself, we're frustrated. We think we deserve to be here. We've had so many great teams, so many good defenses, offenses, and like you said, we can never put it together.
Mm-hmm.
And it always seems to be the one play. Like, even going back to Tony Romo, the fumble against the Seattle Seahawks. That was our year.
Yeah.
That would have been Super Bowl number 6.
Why were you guys having your starting quarterback hold the ball? That's the thing about it. Is like, why were you guys having your starting quarterback hold the ball? Like, that would why?
Well, he was the ball holder. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He was the ball holder before Bledsoe went down.
Yeah.
So, but I mean that's in the past, and yeah, it just seems like I don't know what it is. I don't know. A lot of people in Dallas, they say it's, and going back to the lineage, they say it's this.
Yeah,
It's
the
stone.
star.
It's the pressure. It's the fact that you're on the richest franchise in the world.
Yeah.
Year after year after year. You are on still. Yes, I don't believe we are, but we are still America's team.
Yeah.
We have the most fans. We draw more fans than
You guys are where the money's at for sure.
Russell Wilson. And they are always watching our football games and what we do. And, I mean, I think it really is the pressure that gets in the heads. And then you're always in the limelight. And you're always, whatever you say, do, wherever you squat, eat, whatever your dog does, whatever tattoo you get on your belly. Like, you're just everywhere.
Dude, Ezekiel Elliott with that Feed Me tattoo he's that fucking guy from The Longest Yard. He's literally the guy from The Longest Yard, dude. Like, he's a meme. Ezekiel Elliott, he's a really good fucking player, but he's a meme, dude. Like,
he straight up is. Like,
but the marketing.
He stays durable.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be a good back for so many years, and I think it was a good idea. We did sign him because a lot of people say he's not as explosive, but I mean, you're starting to use him in such a different way.
No.
He got so many yards out of the backfield.
So I do think that Ezekiel's still explosive. I still think he's got it. Last year was an anomaly. I think that him coming to camp late, him down in Cabo, dude. How focused can you really be in fucking Cabo? Come on now, like
I'd be drinking.
That's the only thing with Ezekiel Elliott is his maturity. But like as a football player, he's world class. Now don't get me wrong, dude. I'm from a football mindset. I'm very much not. I'm on the side of the franchise because that's how my brain works. Like, I would rather feed a village than feed you. Like, I need a whole village working together instead of one just good warrior, you know? Like, with the running back position, it's so devalued in today's game because if you're from behind, if you're a team and you're behind by 10, it's hard to run yourself into a football game, dude. Like, don't get me wrong, but whenever you're ahead, like the Browns did against the Bengals, you can run the ball all day. But you have to be able to score. So for me to pay a running back, he would have to be Christian McCaffrey or Alvin Kamara. Like those guys for me, because they're essentially they're slot receivers out of the backfield. Ezekiel, I don't think it is that. He can catch, but he's not out there running fucking option routes. He's not out there running wheel routes. He's not out there like doing intricate routes out of the backfield. He's a swing out, catch the ball, make a guy miss kind of back. Like Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon on the Bengals, also a really good back. But the Bengals didn't pay him $15 million a year. He just got an extension for a total of 50 over the next 5 years. So $10 million a year for a good running back. That's how I see it.
That was a great contract.
Yeah, for the team.
Yeah, it really was. And you know, I think what we kind of did right there, speaking of contract, franchise, feed a village instead of one person.
Yeah.
I think we kind of segued into some Dak Prescott contract talk.
Yeah, a little bit, dude. Like we did. How do you feel about that, by the way?
I mean, again, I think he's, and we were speaking earlier about it, I think a lot of teams would be lucky to have a Dak Prescott player. He is a good quarterback. I think he is an above-average quarterback, but above-average quarterbacks don't demand $40 million. That is a top-5 quarterback. He's, at best, he's looking... He's on the outside looking in at top 5 at his very best. He's solidly in the top 10, I'd say.
For me, Dak Prescott is an 8 to 12 or 13 quarterback for me. Like at his worst, he's better than the average Joe at 15. At his best, he's Matt Ryan, right? He can win an MVP, but Are you really, really, really gonna like pay him like Pat Mahomes? Deshaun Watson's great too, but we see that They can't afford a team now. Like,
no, they can't.
Like, they got rid of D-Hop because he asked for more money. Like, we got to pay Deshaun. Sorry, you got rid of DeAndre Hopkins. How'd that first game turn out for you? Right? Dude, that's from a mindset, dude. I want the best team possible all around because I can pay you to run the ball a lot, or I can pay you to throw the ball a shit ton. But you had better be that difference maker, like where it's just undeniable. Like with Aaron Rodgers, it's undeniable. He can turn shit into a fucking palace. A good palace when you want to live in. Aaron Rodgers can do that for you. I don't think that Dak can do that for you. He's gonna mold that little piece of shit into like a fucking a better piece of shit, but it's still a piece of shit,
And I mean that you're exactly right. And nobody wanted to pay him, and that's the funniest thing. Nobody wanted to pay Dak Prescott $28 to $30 million, and everybody was saying pay him now, or he's going to want 30, and then comes Russell Wilson, 35.
Yep. Yeah.
And then comes the billion-dollar man, Patrick Mahomes. Not billion-dollar, but...
500 million, yeah. Half a billion.
But by the time all his advertisements are out, he's a billion-dollar man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he's just not that level. He's again, he will be a good quarterback to come, and as I said, and we spoke about this earlier, he needs to come down to our level.
Mm-hmm.
He does. And I think when I was reading up on it, really it wasn't more about he was not satisfied with the 32 or 33 million, but what he was really looking at is the change of the cap in the advertisement deals that are going to be coming out in the next year. Now, I don't have the numbers on that, but apparently the billions that the NFL is going to be raking in, and the way the cap is going to change because of the new advertisement deals, the new TV contracts that are going to go up. He's going to be able to demand more money. And Patrick Mahomes, $500 million is going to look scarce.
So,
or Joe Burrow comes out
oh my God,
for
dude.
their contract year.
Yeah, so even with the contract money, dude, like that, I don't think anyone saw this COVID thing happening. I don't think anyone saw the stuff in the country happening. And I think that's gonna deal a lot with the TV advertisements, the stadium advertisements, the money, this total money. So I mean, over the next 2 years, I think that has a huge effect on the NFL. Like, if the team if the NFL doesn't have the marketing, the money from the marketing and the advertisements and the stadiums and all that stuff, these players are probably more than likely going to have to restructure their contracts. It's the inevitable thing. Yeah. So I mean, I honestly think that the contracts go down just a little bit over the next 2 years. I think Pat Mahomes he doesn't have to restructure because he's literally on his rookie contract for the next 2 years. So Pat Mahomes should see all of his money because I think it's going to rebound back. I think once this whole election stuff's happened, because that's what happened in 2016. As soon as the election was in, tensions were high. No one was watching football. Everyone was into politics. Everyone was yada, yada, yada. And then the next year, whenever DJT was fucking voted president, people started to calm down again, and then the ratings went straight up. So that's whenever all the quarterback money started to hit again. Like they started to demand more and more money. So I think that's what will happen again too. Because I think we'll get past this COVID stuff. I think we'll get past all the social justice stuff. I think that we'll start to calm down as soon as the election ends and we can actually go out and be outside and be friends. Because I think that's a lot of thing too with right now is like people aren't interacting with each other, so tensions are super duper high. So I think that once we start to relax and all that stuff, and people actually want to be friendly with each other again, and they start watching sports. By the way, this was the worst year to start a sports channel.
Oh God! Disney start a sports channel. It was a great year to get a house.
Yeah. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Me and Jordan had a great time talking about the Cowboys and just catching up. in the future, I hope that he's going to be a regular contributor with the channel, and I hope you enjoyed his commentary. Like I said, I want to be part of the channel in the future. I hope you enjoyed that. If you could, please, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It all helps. I appreciate you so much. And remember, it's a new day. Who day. Welcome to the Roar. Peace.